Hello people, this clip I'm about to show you, it's a bit of a long one, so if you don't stick around that's more than okay. But it's me baring my soul to you all. It was my first Mental Health Monday and it's me telling my story. I've just made a big clip, I've left it unedited, so it's more raw and genuine for you all. I hope people stay and listen and maybe feel that they can then open up to other people. Every Monday this will be happening. I'll be getting guests on from here on out. But if people need it now, my story's out there for everyone to see. Much love to you all. Thank you for listening. And I never know where to start, but I think I've settled on a starting point, and it's like my earliest memories. Like my earliest memories are. I'm going to try not pay attention to the chat, and I'm going to start talking with. So if you're still chatting and stuff, I'm not going to pay attention just so I can keep my head space to talk. If you get me. So my earliest memories in my life are my mum and her ex-husband, who was my stepdad at the time. And as far as I was aware, like sort of thing, everything was sort of happy. He was a materialistic sort of dude, so as a kid, that's perfect because you'd get loads of toys, loads of things that would blind you from what's going on in real life. Um, I can't remember the actual age my mum got married to him, but like I say, it was my earliest memory in life whatsoever. So I was young. So in my head, that's how my life started. Do you know what I mean? Basically, being the youngest in my family, I've got a big brother and a big sister, and my mum, who were part of this family. Um, it felt a bit like when I got to the age to realise what was going on in the family, it felt like I was the youngest, so I didn't know what was going on. I was like the last to hear of everything. Do you know what I mean? Basically, to cut to it a little bit for you, the guy was a massive fucking oh fuck, what's the word gone? That's the word. If there's any of my family here, help me out. Narcissist, that was it. He was a massive narcissist. He was I mean, like I say, trigger warning to people. He would physically, uh, not sexually, but he would physically abuse my mum. You know what I mean? It would be like I say, trigger warnings and stuff. It would be like, yeah. Again, like bear with me, deep breaths. It's hard to talk about these kinds of things, but yeah, my mum would go through a lot of shit. And my brother had been beaten and stuff. My sister hadn't been beaten and stuff, but she'd witnessed to it all as well. And again, she was very young. She's only 4 years apart between me and her. Um, I I had like to me as a kid, I felt like I was a naughty kid. See, like when I'm speaking of these things now, I have spoke to many people since, and I've dealt with these issues. Do you know what I mean? So whilst I'm telling you the story now, I'm not really telling it as I've been through it. I'm telling you as I've been through it, but also dealt with it. So basically, like I didn't think I was a naughty kid. I did think I was a naughty kid because of the amount of times I'd get punished. But my mum later in life would say, "You mean Dan? You weren't a naughty kid. He was just a prick." Do you know what I mean? Like I get my ass smacked and stuff. I get fucking told to stand in the corner for hours and hours on end and stuff like that. You mean so? And I know I understand. Like, hang on, it's all relative, isn't it? So to me, I don't think that was that bad. But obviously, it could be quite bad to others or whatever you mean. It wasn't that affected me the most. It was witnessing my family members be like massively abused and stuff during, which was awful. Um, but yeah, there was years and years of that without me knowing and realizing what was going on, and I sort of got to an age where yeah, this isn't right, kind of thing. Um, my mum had left him a couple of times and gone back and stuff because if anyone who's been in this sort of relationship knows that they get in your head and stuff, and my mum will have been beaten down enough to think she can't live without him, sort of thing, and like so she goes back and then leaves him because she can't stay with him and stuff like that. So like if anyone understands that, then you will understand that. Again, the people I'm not really paying attention to the chat. I'm just trying to keep my mind focused on what I'm saying. So anything that I do see or whatever. It'll be after it. So yeah, a couple of years of this sort of thing. Basically, my dad had come and tried to basically take us away from the situation. Um, he got my sister out of the situation, which was amazing. My brother, he's 8 years older than me, and he got himself out of the situation a few years later. And then it was little old me and my mum at the time for a couple of years. Um, and obviously, being that young, you kind of don't understand why you're not seeing certain family members or whatever. But now I realise it's because we didn't have the choice. Do you know what I mean? Basically, yeah. He would stop. Basically, we lived like 4 miles away from where all the rest of my family were. But until I grew up, I didn't realise it was 4 miles. It could have been 100 miles. I thought everyone lived miles away because I just didn't see them. Do you know what I mean? Um, so like a lot of realizations like happen when you're growing up in that sort of environment and that. And yeah, so like, where I am now, it was me and my mum and him living together on our own. I'd see massive outright arguments where shit was going off and it was horrible. Um, Basically, I seen how it was affecting my mum and like how I wanted to get out of the situation. Um, I will now go into something a bit better because like it's still part of the story, but it's my most proudest moment I've ever had in my entire life. I think I was 8 years old when we finally got away from the man, and he was a gambler. He was addicted to gambling, going to bookies, betting on the horses, all that. And like clockwork, every week or something, he'd go. And basically, I knew he was going to this thing, and we'd have to sit in the car for hours waiting for him to finish whatever he's doing. And before he left the car, I asked him, "Can I have some money to go get some sweets?" In my head, I was thinking we can get the train and go to my mum's. And basically, he was like, "Yeah, okay." So I got my mum out the car. We were like, gonna go to the shop. She was like, "Come on, we'll get you some sweets." And I was like, "Okay." We got to the shop and said, "Mum, let's keep going. Let's go to the train station." Um, and she was like, "No, no, 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 we can't do that. Can't do that." You mean she's obviously in her head. She's been beaten down enough to realise. I think she can't do that. And I was literally pulling at her arms, like, "Mum, come on, we'll go to the train station. We'll get out of here. We'll go to your mum's and stuff like that." Um, So like basically we were carried on walking, and as we were walking on the other side of the road you could see the bookies and you could see him looking up the screens, you know what I mean? If you've ever been to a bookies, you're aware of it. He's looking to the bookies and he's looking at the screens, and she could see him looking up at the screens, and as she went past it, she was like, I could feel it. I could feel the energy of it, you know what I mean? A half fucking went, she was like, fuck, now we're past the shop. If he sees us, he knows we're not going to the shop, do you know what I mean? And it fucking shit her pants up. But thankfully, we got to the train station and we got out. We got to my grand's, my mum's, and there was a couple of bits and bobs after that where it was like uh, he'd like try and get back in touch, this, that, and the other. But again, I was very young. We were 8 by the time I got out. But like obviously, a lot can happen in 8 years. It does feel like a whole lifetime in that 8 years. Um, but basically, yeah, that was the good thing of that we got away. But obviously, them years, I had a short amount of years where my mind wasn't very developed for that age. So all that shit happened. But like my brother, he had issues after it. My sisters had issues. My mum had massive issues after it because of like the guilt of it all and all that shit. Um, and I didn't know how to process any of that sort of thing. I used to have a drink and fucking be an angry little bastard and kick off and fight and shit, you know what I mean, which was never good. Um, I again, like I say, all this stuff. I know I'm doing all this and like fucking weaving myself around because it's weirdly hard. It's not weirdly, it's hard to talk about all this shit, but it is stuff I have processed. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how processed you are on it, bringing it up, it does it just makes you feel weird, doesn't it? But yeah, like what I will say now, right? All of that. massively fucking like life changing shit. You mean whether it's if this relates to you or not, you mean I hope it does, or if it doesn't, you mean either way. But basically, the only way I got through any of that, the only way I could say my brother, my sister, and my mum got through any of that was the fact that um the we spoke to each other, we had each other. Do you know what I mean? The amount of times that we had like massively deep, heavy conversations and stuff. Hello, mother. The amount of times we had these massively deep conversations and spoke about everything, like we all had different stories of what happened. My story now I'm telling you wouldn't be my mum's story. It wouldn't be my sister's story, and it wouldn't be my brother's story because we all experience different things. We all experience it in a different way. I think maybe because I was quite young, I may have blocked a lot of things out. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't understand what was going on around me. Um, and some things, maybe stuff I've been told of what happened and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, that was my first 8 years of life that I knew. Do you know what I mean? Um, and then after that, it was a good time. It was just like me and my mum, and like we building like our relationships all back up and stuff. Like away from that, um, excuse me. Um, my mum, you all saved me. Mum, how much can I talk about you from this point onwards? I know you're very open, so it doesn't really matter. What have I said here? I hope you're so proud of yourself for speaking out. Thank you, Beth. No, no, naughty boy in your body. There's a lot of things that I can't remember because my memory is just to block it. I did try and sort of put the chat out in my mind, people, so I do apologise if you were saying stuff to me. I was just trying to get the story out for you to hear in one go. Otherwise, I'd have been fucking lost. Thanks for the harmies and stuff, people. Thank you. Um, is this Mama Edge? Yeah, Ellie, there, Ellie, that's my mama. Yes, about AA, yes. So basically, yeah, like I said, like we all struggled a bit later on in life after all these things. My mum sort of took up drinking, as if you take up drinking or whatever. But basically, she ended up developing a drinking problem. Um, basically, it got to a stage where it was really, really bad, and it wasn't very nice to see anyway from the outside, and it probably wasn't nice to feel like that on the inside. But basically, shit happened, and she ended up going to AA. Which, if anyone's ever heard of AA and turned their nose up at it, if someone's in AA and are practicing that program, I want to put out to you now that they are better than any random Joe that you come across in the street because they are physically trying to better their lives. You know what I mean? Like most people out there who are just fucking wandering around willy nilly, they haven't got a fucking clue which direction they're going in. Whereas the people in AA, they sit there and know they've done bad and know they've done wrong and know they are not perfect and are trying to better themselves, you know what I mean? So if anyone does turn their nose up at that shit, then you know what I mean, rethink your life. Those people who do understand them, then fucking bravo, you know what I mean? Because I've been to a few open meetings now through my mother's thing, and honestly, the honesty they have, I felt like I was home. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I've always been very honest, and I was like, yeah, these people are my kind of people. Although they have probably done some horrific, horrible shit, they know it, and they're trying to better themselves. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I'd say that was me massively traumatic experience in my life. You know what I mean? Like obviously seeing me mum go down that downward spiral was horrible. But honestly, people in the chat now, I'm not saying this just because my mum's right there in the chat. She is 100. I've said this a million times. 100% my hero. Um, about 10. Um, I think she's about a decade sober now, and she's doing fucking really well. Um, she's fucking unbelievable. She is absolutely my hero. I got a little bit emotional there, people. That's fine. That's fine. As you say, it is very much fine. Um, like I say, right, all that stuff is stuff I've dealt with. It doesn't make it any easier to speak and bring up anyway. But that is all stuff I've dealt with, and I have processed it. And I understand it's kind of made me the man I am today and stuff like that. Um, it kind of makes me when I do see people suffering or injustice or people who can't get out of situations, it kind of affects me quite bad. Um, So I always try and sort of help people. To a certain degree, I try to help people so much that it affected my mental health again. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't separate myself from trying to help people and me fucking getting in the downward spiral and getting too involved with people. So I did have to draw lines, I had to make barriers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that to myself. So that's why this mental health Monday, it will be this. I won't take messages and stuff here and there off like, because that's what I used to do. I used to get messages. We have WhatsApp groups with fucking people on it who are going through these tough times and stuff. I can't do that. I can't. I get too involved. My heart just goes out for everyone, and I want to help everyone. I can't do that. I have to put that barrier up. Um, it's actually been a problem for a long time. It has, yeah, it has. But I'm aware of that now. You know what I mean? And I know how to stop it. This little talk show, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? After tonight, I'll have people on who want to do it. Do you know what I mean? And who want to talk about themselves. The way I'll set it up is, if you want to do it like this, you can have the camera and stuff, and I can be there with you, and we can talk, and like, you mean, I'll give you I'll give you space. That is what you need. I'll give you space. You mean, and you can talk about as much or as little as you want. That is entirely up to you. Uh, if you want to have your camera on or off, that's entirely up to you. Basically, if guests want to come on and do this on the Monday that I'll be doing, it's everything, every little detail about the situation that we're doing here will be to make you comfortable. Do you know what I mean? If you get about 10 sentences in or 5 words in and you want to step down, that's fine. There'll be no pressure on anyone. You know what I mean? Like, this is meant to be it's a cathartic sort of experience. I don't know. It's like, it's just a helpful experience if I can, to people. Um, that story I've just told you there, that was my biggest thing in life that I've had to try and overcome. And again, I got like sort of emotional over it all there, and it is still harsh to get over. No, it's not harsh to get over. It's harsh to talk about, but I have dealt with it. The issues I go through in life now, like today, it's just the stress that anyone goes through, really. Money, you know what I mean? Money's always an issue. I always feel like, I think that's my biggest one. I feel like I'm always like, I'm not always struggling for money. I just always worry about money. Do you know what I mean? Um, I've we've got our little boy who's 3, um, and he's doing massively well. It doesn't stop him from being a little shit and driving you up the wall. Um, oh, okay, yeah. We're having another baby as well. Who's due in about 10 days, 9 days. Emily's just said smoking there, which is throwing me off because I realised, yeah, I smoked weed for years, like years and years. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I did got a bit angry every now and then when I had a drink and stuff. I still have a little tipple every now and then, but I don't have them issues anymore because I've dealt with the situations. But yeah, I used to smoke weed for years. I mean, like, I think it was in my last year of school till 3 years ago. I stopped smoking weed 3 years ago, and the reason I stopped smoking weed is because my boy's is 3, and I would smoke weed and not be completely present for him. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm completely present now, but I'm trying. Do you know what I mean? I'm better off than I was. Um, I try and dedicate more time as I can to my family rather than myself. And like, don't get me wrong as well, people, like, dedicating time for yourself is not selfish, it's self-care. If you need time for yourself, always do that massively. Can't stress that enough because people seem to think selfish is a bad word. Excuse me. It's not a bad word. It's actually a good word. Do you know what I mean? It's like socially a bad thing to be selfish because people sometimes are greedy. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? It's not bad to be looking after yourself. Do you know what I mean? Getting your own like bloody peace. Um, but yeah, I think if anyone's been here since the start and like got to this point right now, I think that's me in a nutshell. Um, thank you for the little heartbeats and stuff and all of that. Like I said, none of this. Like I assume, I didn't pay much attention to most of the chat there, but I assume a lot of people probably said some nice things to me and are proud of me and all this, that, and the other. This is not why I'm doing it. I am not doing it for any sympathy whatsoever. Like I say, all that I've dealt with, and I am a much better man for not going through it, but I'm a much better man for dealing with it and coping with it and processing it all. Do you know what I mean? The reason I'm doing this is so if there's one person here, there's 10 people here. If one of you people have seen this and seen like honesty I've had doing this and like said to people, then maybe they can speak to someone. If you're struggling with something now, absolutely any one of you, if you can just talk to someone, it's not sympathy, mate. It's praise. But thank you anyway. But either way, um, if any one of you out there can out just talk to someone, I don't care who it is. It could be, like I say, it could be a prosthetic ear on a wall. If you could just go and talk to that and tell them what you're going through, you won't solve anything. The issues may still be there, but you're wording it and putting it out for yourself to see. Do you know what I mean? Like a piece of advice I give people sometimes is write a letter. Do you know what I mean? You're not doing anything to you're not solving anything, but you're writing it out. You sort of mapping it out for yourself. Rather stuff you're amazing person, kind of genuine. Thank you. Problem shares, problem halved. Exactly, yeah. Like not all the time things have to be solved. Do you know what I mean? There doesn't have to be an answer. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that story there. And I'll tell you the name. His fucking name is Brendan. Do you know what I mean? Brendan would be the bane of my existence if I had one. Do you know what I mean? Not anymore. But that story of him was massive for me. It could be small to someone else's story, it could be big to someone else's story, but it doesn't matter. It was massive for me, do you know what I mean? And my family got over it, you know what I mean? Whatever your issue is, it doesn't have to be big or small. It's how it's affecting your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, and ideally, you need someone to, if you're gonna speak to someone who you want feedback from, it needs to be no judgment, you know what I mean? And if people want to come on here and speak to me, that's how it'll be. There will be no judgment of me. And generally, the people who follow me and speak to me and come into my lives are exactly the same. I try and surround myself with people like that, you know what I mean? There's been years like where I've been trying to be nice to everyone for the sake of being nice, and I ended up with the wrong people around me. You know what I mean? Again, that's another thing I dealt with, and I had to cut people off so I could have people I want around me. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's like hard choices sometimes need to be made, even when you're a nice person. Do you know what I mean? And I'll be honest as well, like there's a Peter Lane in the chat there, and he's taught me a lot because he was the complete opposite of me. Now I'm not saying he was a prick or a dickhead, but he was. But I'm not saying that. But like, if I was this nice, selfless guy, he was the guy who was like, "No, Dan, you need to look after yourself as well." And I took a lot of that on board. Do you know what I mean? And together, me and Peter have made each other better. You mean he's took a bit of me, and I've took a bit of him. You know what I mean? And like again, any advice you ever get in life, you mean you might want to take a piece of it, you might not. You mean just take what you want, use it, apply it to yourself. You know what I mean? If that helps, then it helps. If it doesn't, try something new. Do you know what I mean? Um, feel like a bit rambly now, and I think I'm struggling a bit for what else to say. I think I've said my story. Took me half an hour to lay myself bare for you all to see. I used to be closed off when it came to how I feel, and it wasn't until I met Dan that I opened up. See, again, like UK to me, and you're the person I like, and I like you around me. You know what I mean? Like all of you, like, do you know what, right? Who's in here now? Because I bet you, if there is a random stranger in here, I hope you've got something from there. Ryan Cotton, I hope you've got something from that. You know what I mean? Like Zot, mate, you're a good lad. Donald, I know your name's Donald Trump, but you're my stepdad, and yeah, you are a good lad. Oh, Rachel, absolutely fucking wonderful human being. Haley, you're a lovely girl. Abby, you're a fucking super girl. Like, you've all been through so much. Beth, you're fucking beautiful. Kate, you're beautiful. Emily, fucking, I can't say any words about you. Bilbo, I'm so proud of you yesterday for coming on the bloody stream. Was it yesterday? Day before, coming on the stream, fucking put yourself out there. Peter, you know exactly how I feel about you. Like, all of you deserve to give something back to the world, and it's fucking brilliant, you know what I mean? And don't let anyone tell you you don't. And if you are a prick, then fucking go sort your shit out, you know what I mean? Because the world's full of them, and we don't need another one, do we? You know what I mean? So thank you. Honestly, I don't. I don't take well to compliments either, I'll be honest, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to, you can't do this sort of thing and be open and honest with someone without people going, "Oh, you're good, you're amazing," or something. And I'm not looking for that. I just want one of you in this chat there to be like, "Oh, do you know what? I feel like I need to talk to someone." If that is what I'm looking for, and I hope that happens, you know what I mean? I'll come in with you next Monday. Go ahead, Pete. Yeah, I'll love that, man. I'll take that. Um, you can't take care of others if you don't care of yourself. Makes you don't feel guilty for self care. Exactly. Your whole family taught me more in a short amount of time. We live a couple of hours from each other and very different in age, but we have similar beginnings. No, I know, but I just need you to know that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. Like, I'm not like, thank you for everything that you're saying. It's nice. But I just want you to look after yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, every one of you just look after yourself. That would mean the world to me. You know what I mean? I always come to you if you needed me. Just, yeah, with anything, even small stuff, then again, the agency thing. Exactly. Like that whole agency thing, man. Like quite a few people came to me and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll speak to any of you. I mean, I will be honest with you. If you didn't like this, that, or the other, you'll know about it. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what my biggest thing I hate is being the person I am, right? Do you know that saying of like, do you know where I am if you need you, you know where I am if you need me? That like that's such a common saying, and people always go, yeah, yeah, yeah. That has always been a bugbear for me. I love you too, babe. That has always been a bugbear for me because I'll say to people, you know where they are if you need me. I'm not just saying that. Do you know what I mean? Like through my life, I've been I'd go a couple of weeks of like something's gone on, Dan. Like this is wrong, this is wrong, and I'm like, why the fuck have you not spoke to me? I've told you, and it's not something like someone just says like, oh, see you later. You know what I mean? And when you won't see them later, it's not that you're saying it because you will be there for someone. If any of you people in here would be there for someone, I am sure you would like be up to it. So if someone says that to you, call upon them, ask them for help, don't even ask them for help. Just say, "Can I just speak to you for 8 minutes?" You know what I mean? There's a if Josh was here now, he's got a saying as well. Like it takes 8 minutes to save a life. Do you know what I mean? If someone's willing to go out there and do something really nasty to themselves, an 8 minute talk could, yeah, 8 minute talk could flipping save the life. You know what I mean? Like of a friend. It annoys me that saying. How about message me if ask if I'm okay? See, no, I get that, Abby, you mean, I understand that, you mean, like, how about message me and ask me if I'm okay? But everyone has a life, everyone is dealing with their own things, do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, I understand, yeah, people should also look out and ask about your mate, you know what I mean? But also, people should ask for help when they need it, do you know what I mean? Like, it goes both ways for everyone, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you shouldn't ask, I'm not saying, like, uh, it goes both ways. I've lost myself there. It's a good point. You've got a very good point there. You know what I mean? But ask someone what's stopping you, because you know what I mean they're not going to say no. Hopefully, you know what I mean. But Abby, you're going through some shit. You speak to me if you want. I'll message you. 100% same as me. I mean, there's people came in my stream and I stayed up all night talking to them. Fucking right, mate. I've been let down too many times for that reason. I can sick of helping others and no one helped me. This was before. People ain't got to know when you feel down all the time. You just need to be aware. Yeah, like there was that. I don't know if everyone saw that advert of the guy at the football, and like you know they're both watching the football, the two fellas, and like flipping the one of them's looking dead sad, the other one's like flipping cheering the game on and stuff. And then at the end of the advert, one of the guys on his own, and there was a guy who's always dead happy, and he obviously it's like look after your mate, go speak to your mate, you know what I mean, sort of thing. And he was the one that was like the happy guy was not the one that was happy. Do you know what I mean? I've got the saying, hang on, people ain't gonna know when you feel down all the time. You just need to be aware. I seen that exactly here. Um, yeah, like I see, like what the way I've been talking now, I'm assuming, and I try and look out for everyone in my family. You mean, and I even took on board a lot of friends and stuff, and like people I didn't know when we were doing my mental health group and stuff. It ran me down to the ground helping others, but like before I met a bunch of people. Awesome. But yeah, like I run myself into the ground trying to help everyone, and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that was me pushing myself to ask everyone, "Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you?" And I couldn't do it. Like if the more people that do it for each other, it just saves the load on everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like if I need help, I know good few people who I can speak to. You know what I mean? And I'd probably speak to different people about different things. Do you know what I mean? Like if I had an issue with this, I'd go see this person. You know what I mean? So I know I've got a few people there I can speak to, and I would not. I swear I would not hesitate to ask any of them to give me 8 minutes instead of asking someone if they're okay. Instead, give them 8 minutes to talk because that could save a life. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I would 100% give anyone 8 minutes in my life to save theirs. Share the load photo. Exactly. Yeah. We're not mental health doctors, you know. Oh yeah, 100%. Abby, 100%. That's why I could just speak to someone. I could probably ramble and chat shit, but who knows, that might help. But Abby, that was my first saying when we were trying to help people is I am not a professional. I want to lay this out there for you flat. I'm not a professional and I can't guarantee I'll help. And I can't guarantee I can help anyone today, but I can listen to them, which in turn helps. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, nothing might get solved, but we can only advise you. Like nothing might get solved, but you might just the load of people speaking to you is an unload. It doesn't mean anything's solved. If someone asks if you're okay, you're just likely to say yeah, I'm fine, yeah, and like if someone's asking you're okay, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. If any of you people are asking someone if they're okay and they say I'm fine, and you know, like, because generally, if you're good friends with someone or family, I mean, you know they're not okay. Push it a bit. Do you know what I mean? And that's if you want to help, push it a bit. If you don't, then that's fine. I mean, it's not on you to save anyone's life. You know what I mean? But also, like I would, I'd push it a bit. You're incredible, God. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm getting a bit lost in myself here. Just fucking trying to read comments and stuff. Listening helps more than people know exactly. Talking as well, though. Talking. Really like this live. It's different. Don't see many of these anymore. I know, like we used to do it quite a lot. Kindness breeds kindness. That's the saying I absolutely adore as well. Your phone, you phone and say how are you, and don't say I'm fine. Well, you phone and say how are you, and don't say I'm fine. That's what I say. I've lost me. You lost me there, Kate. I got lost. I've been rambling. I remember the middle of January. I knew something happened as I felt the room change through the screen. I have bad PTSD, so my messages are always open. Exactly, mate. Thank you. When you know something's up with me. Oh, okay, Kate. Yeah, yeah. Do you need the bog? No, mate. I'm just dancing. I don't know. I'm just it's a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? It can't be tiny putting a fake smile on, proper poker face. Well, Abs, I'm gonna fucking break you down, girl. I tell you. What's this space? I know you've got a good team around you, though. A good group of girls, at least. I had a counsellor from the 9 to 11, and I would say just talk and save time. Awesome shot, mate. I'm glad we have access to mental health advisor in our Discord. Oh, okay. Like trained professional outlaw. You would take I'm fine for an answer. I don't, because no one's ever fine. Fine's fucking boring. Fine, like whoever. Right. If anyone's good, they're not gonna say they're fine. Do you know what I mean? No one says they're fine when they're good. And if they're not good, then why? You know what I mean? Ask them that. I can feel the silence in my room here, so I'm gonna play something quietly. Um, life's never perfect. Life is never perfect. Right, I want to play something that's not like fucking smack my bitch up. After all that, where's my library? Yes, people can listen, etc. Good to talk to. Exactly. Even if they say they're good, they're not. I'm gonna go, but love you, mate. Here for you. Zoth, mate. Thank you for coming in. And honestly, people, like I say, I'm not looking for anything for myself. I'm good. I've got my people that I go to when I need help. I'm literally just saying this so you find your people. Do you know what I mean? I know that full well as things can change overnight. Exactly, yeah. Um, bum, 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 bum. But where's my chilling playlist? I've listened to my chilling playlist in a while. I've had Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you? Oh, I don't know. Huge. I fucking couldn't like songs. What's got everybody else? So fucking chill out. Nice and peaceful. Easy saying fine when no one knows what's going on, but as soon as they do, it's easy. Yeah, I get that actually, Kate. Like, because you've got like what fucking 5 years of backstory to tell someone, you're not gonna then go, oh well, this is up, mate. You know what I mean? Because you've got to tell them fucking all the other shit. I get that, but you've got to start somewhere with someone, haven't you? You know what I mean? And if you can find someone, like, that's nice and chill. Let's put it that way. No, that's not what I like. Right, where's my chat gone? Sorry, peeps, lost it. You've got the best girls ever. Do you know what? I don't doubt it either. You know, them girls there that you've got are absolutely brilliant, and I'd call on them myself if I needed help. Honestly, I think the world of them. I'm off. Got to grab Oscar. Love you, Pete. Take it easy, man. Going to my grandson now. No worries, well. Say no, I'm not okay. Right, big love to you. I appreciate you. Abby, love. Take care, love. God, if I told someone everything I had going on, they would be bored halfway through. I get it, but you don't have to tell them everything. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? Like, if you're put into a bad mood like that, then tell them what that is. Do you know what I mean? Like, since the thing with my uncle, since someone's asked if I'm okay, I've said not really. Yeah. Do you know what? Fucking right. Um, I did it the other week when I was in and out of hospital. My boss came up to me at work and said, "How's things going, Dan?" I said, "Mate, I could lie to you and say all right, but it's fucking shit right now." You know what I mean? We've got loads going on. That people is another thing I've been going through recently. Um, this pregnancy with them has not been great, and she's been getting like infections and stuff. She's been in and out of hospital. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. I've been covering her, trying to deal with my other son, and running me there and everywhere, and then fucking sleeping in the bed on my own. That has been fucking rough. And I've had people reach out to me. That's why I try and reach out to others. A couple of people have reached out to me and said, "Dan, are you okay? Like, what's going on?" Like, and they always ask, "I hope everything's okay." You know what I mean? This, that, the other. I've had plenty of people reach out to me, and why not anyone else? Like, there is good in the world, people, and be the good. Do you know what I mean? If you can't find a good person in the room, be the good fucking person. Do you know what I mean? I would do mental health lives if something you want to do to raise awareness. Love you, H, because everyone knows you TikTok nan. I mean, with my mental health, health and mental health, been in dark places and recovering from mental breakdown. Aaron, lad, welcome in, my man. Aaron, you could probably attest to like being helped by someone. Aaron was someone we used to speak to. We had in our WhatsApp group and stuff, and we used to try and help him out and stuff. And quite often, after a while, the messages we got off Aaron were like, "How you doing, mate?" And he goes, "I'm doing really well, mate. This has happened, that's happened." Do you know what I mean? But we did like say like we did stop it all for a while, and we like it just got a bit too much for us all. And again, self care is not selfish, people. Do you know what I mean? Oh, great bunch of people. Thank you, Adam, man. They're all still about, but they're all dealing with their own issues now, aren't they? They're all just looking out for each other, sort of thing. I hope you're doing good, Adam, mate. I hope you are. See, like, if I were going back to doing that sort of thing, like, I've got a little boy now. Yeah, he's 3. I've got one on the way. I've got the missus to take care of. Like, I can't do all that now, you know what I mean? I can look after a small group of people, and they are mostly my family and friends, you know what I mean? Mostly, they're all my family and friends, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm always here to help you guys. Thank you, Adam. I thank you. Yeah, I people generally don't have to worry about me because I have many people I can go to, and that's good. Do you know what I mean? I have no problem speaking to people. I think that's why. Just open yourself up to speaking to someone. Do you know what I mean? Still the same number, always call away. I've still got it on my phone then, mate, yeah. Thank you, Alan, man. And I'd say for you, Alan, mate, I've got time for you, brother. See, right, if, like, I know I said I've got, like, a small group of people and stuff. If I say to someone, like, if I say to any of you, I'm here if you need me, I haven't just, that's why it's not just a saying for me. Do you know what I mean? I've chosen, no, that sounds awful, like, I've chosen you to, you know what I mean, have my help or whatever. It's not like that. It's like, I've calculated who I can and can't look after. Do you know what I mean? And if like Bilbo, mate, I've took you under my wing, man, and I will definitely be there for you. You know what I mean? Like I've helped you like quite a bit, I think. And do you know what, man? You've been here a lot in my life. You pushed me out there quite a lot. You know what I mean? I am there for you, brother. If you need a friend, do you know what I mean? I don't say that lightly to anyone, and it shouldn't be taken lightly either. You TikTok son, you are Bilbo, mate. Yeah. I'm gonna chill out for a bit now. If anyone did take anything from that, I hope you done well. You know what I mean? Enjoyed it. Um, Danny's the daddy. Yeah, felt like I was quite raw and open there, and I hope people take something from it. I'm gonna call it in a minute and just play some fucking games, I think. But yeah, this was to me first mental health Monday, pow right there. It's my first mental health Monday. The next in the coming weeks, I'll get guests on. Do you know what I mean? Like, because people know me now. If they haven't seen this now, do you know what I'll do? I'll clip this. How long can you clip on TikTok, people? What's the biggest video you can make? Anyone know? Even though I don't come in your lives much, I know you're always there for me and I always there for you. Exactly, yeah. And you can do the whole stream. Can you actually? I saw 44 minutes the other day. I don't want to do 44 minutes or not. Well, I don't want to do the whole stream. But I've been talking now for about an hour. There was like 10, 15 minutes at the beginning I can cut off, and there's about 10 minutes at the end I can cut off. But I will put my story on there, fucking on my TikTok. That's what I'm gonna do. So, like in future when I'm doing these Mondays, I will. If anyone needs to know me and know my story, then it'll be there for the world to see. Because I'm not asked me. I've got no shame. Like I take the piss out of myself and make people laugh daily. You know what I mean? And like I've got no shame in doing that. And I think that translates into me charming and past. You know what I mean? Honesty is so underrated. You know what I mean? Absolutely underrated. Is if it's